We are just 22 days away from Election Day, and Vice President Harris and former President Trump are campaigning in the same battleground state today. Both candidates are holding dueling events in opposite ends of Pennsylvania today. Trump is hosting a town hall just outside of Philadelphia in Oaks, while Harris is holding a rally in Erie, which is between Buffalo and Cleveland. And a new CBS poll shows just how close the race is. According to the polling, the vice president is leading by 3 percentage points nationally, a smaller margin than last month. And when it comes to crucial battleground states, well, the candidates are effectively even, with Harris up by just 1 percentage point. The margin of error is 2.3 points. CBS News campaign reporter Zak Hudak joins me now from Washington. Zak, what can you tell us about the particular stops the campaigns are making today and what it reveals about their strategies?
Lindsay, there's no question both these campaigns view Pennsylvania as nearly a must-win state. But these two places, they've gone on opposite corners. In the northwest corner and in the southeast corner are very different areas, and they show how these two campaigns are trying to gather more voters in this state. In Erie, that is one of the so-called pivot counties in Pennsylvania. That's a county that voted for President Obama twice, and then after that switched and voted for former President Trump in 2016 before going back to President Biden in 2020. So it really is a flip-flopping county that historically was bluer, but has gotten much redder over time, and is a place where manufacturing is very strong. And there's a lot of those union voters who have moved away from their union leadership and toward former President Trump. Meanwhile, Oaks is part of that densely populated area outside Philadelphia, which, if you look at the county where Oaks is, that's Montgomery County. Former President Trump lost that in 2020 by over 25 percentage points, but he still got over 180,000 votes there. That's a greater number of votes than the margin that he lost Pennsylvania by in 2020. So it just shows that these are different strategies. We see the Harris campaign focusing on a swing county. We see the Trump campaign focusing on a Harris county that is just so densely populated that getting a small bump in the percentage there could make the difference in Pennsylvania.
Zach, the Harris campaign is unveiling a new agenda aimed at attracting black male voters. According to our polling, black voters overall are supporting Harris at the same rate as they did for Biden in 2020, but the likelihood of turnout lags than that of white voters. What more can you tell us about the policies she's unveiling and what inroads she needs to make?
Yeah, Lindsay, she's going to have some policies coming out that will really focus on black entrepreneurship and careers. Things like loans for black entrepreneurs who want to start new businesses, and things like new pathways to have more black teachers in schools. This is something that we've seen every major female candidate have to deal with, frankly, in recent elections, going back to Hillary Clinton. They have to deal with the fact that there are some men in the country that it's a harder sell to them than a male candidate is. And we've seen different ways of handling that issue. We saw Elizabeth Warren confront it very head on and really challenge men to take a look at her policies and vote for her. VP Harris here is saying to black men who she really needs to turn out, particularly in a place like Philadelphia, down the street from where Trump is today, she's saying, look, I am looking out specifically for you. So don't say, I'm not voting for Republican, but I'm not that behind VP Harris. You have to come out if you want these policies that will help you and your children in the future.
Zach, what can you tell us about the man who was arrested near a Trump rally near Coachella over the weekend?
Yeah, Lindsay, we know that he was arrested on the perimeter of the rally. That's a change we've seen in the security posture at these Trump events recently, where they're actually sometimes sweeping the cars in the vicinity for explosives and things like that. But this guy had a loaded shotgun, a loaded handgun in his car, and it doesn't appear at this stage, based on what we're hearing from Secret Service and elsewhere, that they view this as something that became a serious threat. We heard last night from the local sheriff. He said that they very well could have thwarted another assassination attempt. But from the folks who are directly tasked with protecting the president, they do not seem to be viewing this as something that got anywhere near an actual attempt, or something that necessarily would have even turned into an attempt.
Zak Hudak, thank you.
Thank you.